What the fuck is this, right? Uh, okay. What's up, chat? Oh, yeah. Okay. What the fuck? What's up, chat? I'm playing Roblox today. What the fuck? Bro, it better not be taking too long, bro. It better not take long, bro. It better not take long, bro. Yeah, we could. I was ready to crash out and fold them. Go fuck you, that, bro. Is you good already? You try to get popped up here, yo. Hold on. Hold on. This hard. Hold on. It's hard. Alright. That's funny. Yeah. Let's play that, yeah, this game right here. The pit game. Cause that's what I play. That's what I do. Yeah. I got some new shit. They ain't even let me look to do stuff, bro. What the f- Uh-uh. Wait. The lottery. What the f- Uh-uh. Wait. Hmm. Look at delay. Do I have delay? I might have a delay, chat. I don't know. Niggas told me I just pick random guns because I the only gun I really choose like my shotgun. For the rest, just pick random gun stuff, bro. All these are Spider-Man things. I'm tripping. Let's get this, I guess. I want this shotgun right here, like this. Where's the snipers at, bro? Watch out, nigga, damn. Uh, got no snipers, bro. Double pump, double pumper. I never picked these. But where's the there goes snipers. I want any kind of sniper. Boom. Okay. I ever told you I respect that building? What the? My building's not working right now. What's happened? Keep going. What's up, man? Bring your asses out, bro. Bring your asses out, bro. Bring your asses out, bro. I'm gonna keep all on there, bro. Look up. Oh, what the f- Oh, hell no. Be an octopus. see a op? What is this? Nobody stop it, bro. What's going on, bro? Oh, dude. What are you using mysticals, bro? What you got going on, bro? That's why I don't like playing this game, bro. You be using the mysticals, bro. Can't do that, bro. I can't do this, bro. I can't do this, bro. Can't do this no more, bro. You gonna use mystical me? I'm like really good at this game. Using a mystical on me is crazy, bro. I know who playing this game. What do you mean? Yeah. I don't think we're gonna fight anyone inside here. Okay, anyone plays this. Mm-mm. Okay. I guess we're gonna go over here slowly. Yeah, into this. It's okay. Hell, shit. Hold on, man. Woo! What is this? Is that really all I got? Oh, but what the hell kind of weapon is these? What, you ready to get sniped? Oh, come on, bro. What? So stop shooting, bro. Bro. What's up, man? What's up, man? Watch. Who are you, bro? Who are you, bro? Who are you, bro? I'm ready lock in, bro. They everywhere, bro. I picked number one, bro. This is number one, bro. Yeah, he gonna shoot at me. Where he at? Oh yeah, you done. Full box. Full box. Oh what, bro? Surely I full boxed him. Bro. What? What? Where he at? Where he at? Where's Broski at? Who's shooting at me, what? Way too much people in this game, bro. You don't hate on me. I'm gonna butter yang. Hate me. I wanna kiss that soul yang. On my neck, on my tip. No! No! Everyone in the shack would agree that nigga was cheating, bro. Do I have a spam gun, bro? That's stuff. What, bro? What, bro? Do my stuff not shoot? You cheat. Who that, buddy? You're not gonna know who I am. I just wanted to test how much it takes. Now I'm saying, mud. Now I'm saying. You spamming for, man? You spamming for, man? You're my mate, mud. That nigga's literally flying, bro. That nigga's, yo, he's literally flying right there, bro. What the hell? All right, broski. Let's place it. Let's crouch. Whoa! Where's money at, bro? Oh, yeah, he just fly. Nah, money, I'm on that. I'm on that. I'm on that. Hey, mud. Yo! Yo, I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you. I did that. I did that. Yo! He's cheating, bro. He's cheating. No, mud. Oh yeah, crash pad. What the hell? Yeah, I'm at the gift shop. Fucking asses. You're done. You stole my kill, you ass white. Guess I catch someone. But what happened? Yo, everybody just trying to, he just trying to ore farm. You got no ore, mud. Got no ore, mud. Bro, what? Bro, he's cheating, bro. He's cheating, bro. 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 Yo. 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 So, what's up? What's up, Emery? Wait till I catch you. Wait till I catch you, mud. Bro. No. No, bro. They didn't take. Or from me. Think it's or from me, mud. Or from me, mud. Or from me, mud. Bro. 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 Stop. Stop cheating. Stop it. Stop, bro. We all saw that, bro. It was he's hacking, bro. Bro. Ah, muddy, bro. We're not on that, bro. We're not on that short. We're not on. We're not with that hacking stuff, bro. That nigga's flying. Hate some nigga, don't you? Cheating ass niggas, bro. Like, what got into muddy? You done for you ass. You ass. Come here. Take that. Stupid! You the nigga who cheated. I don't did it against cheaters, bro. I don't did it against cheaters, mud. Wow, that's mine. That's mine. That's mine. That's my wall, mud. Oh, can't get past me, nigga. I'm the gingerbread man, man. I'm the gingerbread man, bro. I'm the gingerbread man, boy. Bro! Yo! Yo! I hate this guy right here. He's actually good for me. Take that, take that, take that. You suck! You suck! What the fuck? This nigga. Get away from me, mud! What the fuck? I'm going to battle. What the hell? It's my wall, right? But that's my wall! That's my wall! I'm drawing wall! Boy, you thought you was slick. Thought you was slick. What? That's my wall. That's my wall. Why you running, Wolf? Oh my bro! Bro! It won't let me shoot when I'm ready to shoot. It won't let me shoot. I'm ready to shoot. Some eaters over here. What's up, guys? Where my bomb at? Please help me, guys. The box. Yeah. See my arms, see my fists. See the day you better run away, bitch. You better run away, bitch. Oh! Whoa! Bro, what? What, bro? Bro, what, bro? Oh. That was my fault. That was my fault. That was my fault. Bro. Long time. Very long time. How can I move? Oh yeah, full box. Full box. Stupid. Now do that to me though. I didn't mean literally. Don't shit. Stop. Don't kill me again, bro. Bet you I get a kill before I die. Bet you I get a kill before I die. Oh, you bet. Bet you I kill you though. Big chopper won't bang. Big chopper bang, tang, wang. What? Yo! Oh. Big chopper. What? Big chopper going bang. What, bro? Wait a minute. I got this. Stupid. What I told you? What I told you? What I told you, ninjas? What I told you, ninjas? Hey, you're dead. Stop! That's mine! That's mine! Mama, let me one time! Retrieve it. Understand what I'm made for now, mommy. Ooh. Hey, friend. I'm just trying to be nice. Now you dead. Wait till I see you. I see you right now, buddy. What's up? Trash nigga, what's up? What's up? Nah, don't run though. Don't run though. I want the fade. Not you, not you, not you, not you. I'm ready to actually play Fortnite. Yo, these niggas cheating, bro. Yeah, Kim K. I did that. I did that. Why am I crouching? Oh yeah, Kimmy KK. Kimmy KK. Boom boom blade. Kimmy KK with that boom boom blade. Oh fuck you, nigga. What's up? What's up, my nigga? What's up? We both gonna die. But everybody, we both gonna hell up, my boy. Quit. I quit. Now you fucking suckers, no, motherfuckers. No, motherfuckers. No. 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 Fuck that. Fuck you, nigga, yo. Fuck you. You say fuck me, fuck you. Hate you niggas, bro. All you niggas, bro. Every single one of y'all niggas on the screen. Y'all niggas bitches. Yeah. Bro. So everything, what the fuck? Am I bleeding? So everything muddy. Someone will have to go. Hello, my nigga, I'll pick you in. What, my nigga? What? What, bro? Like, I literally bought you. What you need? What you, bro? Plus, nigga. Niggas never know what the fuck going on. Oh, landmass stereo. Plus, our boys. Get my luck. Ah, shit. Guys, chat. Am I bleeding? Oh, full, right here, like right here. Am I bleeding, chat? I'm trying to turn this light up. Am I bleeding, chat? Ah, damn. Shit, burn. Let's watch some YouTube, bro. Because, bro, Fortnite, bro, bro, bro. There's way too much hackers on Fortnite, man. I, I, I wanted to play Fortnite, but there's like too many hackers. You know what I'm saying? There's too many hackers, bro. Bro, like you saw that, bro. Because I'm usually good at Fortnite. Because nobody ever do that stuff to me, bro. Never in life. Never in life if they did that stuff to me, bro. Never, nigga. Because you know who I am, bro? I'm one fucking Zadi, bro. One Zadi. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me, pussies. One fucking Zadi, man. I really do that, bro. I really do that, bro. Restart you bitching ass boy. Did I really? What the fuck am I doing, bro? So, alright, bro. Alright, Mutt. Alright, Mutt. You can relax. You can, you can relax. I'm spamming this motherfucker. I like hearing that noise. I like it. I love that noise right there, bro. Love that shit, bro. Alright, alright. That's enough. That's enough, guys. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough, guys. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. All right, guys. All right, bro. When the fuck are you actually gonna sub up? Come on, bro. I gotta hit 50 subscribers, bro. Let me hit 50 subscribers, bro. Come on, buddies. Fuck. Yo. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm very bad, guys. Mommy love me one time. All right, chat. What you got, little bro? What you got, my babies? It's for me. I try to actually like two big macs or what may have to chicken. Huh? Oh shit. I try to ask for two big macs. Big macs. Let me cut this bitch in half. Huh? Ah, I'm gonna give it some fun, bro. You're just asking inside, bro. Nigga, you already ate half the fucking fries, nigga. Damn. That shit was smarter than you, bro. You already ate your fries. Hmm? I quit. Come on, nigga, rip it. That's what you doing, man. Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck mean that, bro? What's up the screen? Alright, bitch ass nigga. They got you right though. Who did it? Hmm? Who did it? The white girl? Brother. The white girl? Hmm? The white girl? Hmm? The white girl? What bitch mean? The white girl. What fucking my face. Yeah. So, oh my god. I didn't know. I didn't know. You guys didn't know. Huh? So what? I'm gonna put her for bro. Neck. Please tell me why. But that barber hit me with the black spray 2 times. That's why my hairline was good. What? 2 times. Yo, what? You know how bad your hair have to be to hit you? The barber hit you 2 times with the spray. What? Really bad. Your hairline was really bad. Bad, didn't bad. But I fixed it. What you mean you fixed it? I fixed it, bro. How? Because listen, I taught the barber how to cut hair, bro. And four of them gray shorts. And BD gray short. Oh, that's really strong, brother. The fuck? Pussy, what's up? What you trying to do, bro? Let's watch. Yo, shut up, bro. Let's watch some Ray William Johnson. Alright, chat. That's what we're gonna watch. This TV star,
Whoa.
he's now, yo, shut the fuck up. This TV star is now in prison. Get back with the damn. Look at you. My nigga, your fries is right there, whoop. Your fries right there. You got privilege. Watch out, whoop. What the fuck? I just built my, look, what? I saw him before, guys.
Old and ancient
God damn.
Aztec
Alright,
artifacts
get the
that
last one,
they
get it,
believe are hidden there. They also investigate potential paranormal activity on the ranch, but, of course, they never really find anything. So this reality TV show star thinks he has superpowers, and this causes him to do some really terrible things to people. Now, the guy's name is Chad, and Chad is 40 years old when this story starts, and bro, like I said, he's somewhat of a reality TV star. He stars in this show on Discovery Channel called Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, where he and his dad live on a big ranch in Utah, and there they hunt for lost treasure like gold and ancient Aztec artifacts that they believe are hidden there. They also investigate potential paranormal activity on the ranch, but, of course, they never really find anything. Regardless, Chad, he's kind of a thrill seeker, and he's definitely got some mental health issues. So one night in 2024, those mental health issues start to become very apparent because he is out in Amarillo, Texas, riding his Harley Davidson, and the dude blows right through a red light, and a cop in an unmarked police car just happens to see him. So the cop pulls out, and he follows Chad, and he tries to pull him over. And Chad, he's already got an outstanding warrant for a previous past offense, so he decides, fuck the police, and he doesn't stop. And this quickly turns into a high-speed police chase. So he's cruising along for a while, and after he feels like he's lost them, he pulls over in an alley, and he ditches his Harley, and he runs away on foot. But he doesn't get too far before police finally catch him, and bam, they arrest him. Here's his mugshot. Now, Chad, he isn't in jail too long before he gets bailed out. And a few months pass, and it's now 2025. And Chad, he's out driving, and he happens to be speeding. And again, police pull him over, and this time they find that he's driving with an invalid license. And so, bam, police arrest him again. Here's his mugshot again. And he's not locked up very long before he gets out on bail again. Now, during this time, traffic violations aren't the only problems he's having. By now, you know he's a pretty eccentric guy.
Oh no!
I mean, on the TV show he's on, he always claims that his family's home is cursed and it contains buried treasure and maybe also UFOs and ghosts and skinwalkers and just all types of supernatural stuff. So at some point, Chad starts believing that he himself has supernatural powers. He believes that he has the ability to see inside a person and see if they are an evil spirit, and he refers to them as predators. So around this time, Chad starts seeing his ex-wife as a predator, and he gets angry at her and he accuses her of being that. Not only that, he accuses his kids of being the same thing. And then he starts threatening to murder them. So his ex-wife rightfully goes and she gets a protective order against him, and he officially gets barred from contacting any of them. A few months after that, randomly, Chad just disappears. His friends and family don't know where he is. And his family knows that his mental health is getting worse, and so they get worried about him. So they go to the police and they report him missing. And eventually, luckily, he is found safe in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But at this point, it's clear that it's only a matter of time before he snaps. A few months after he's found in Albuquerque, he goes to Las Vegas for some reason. And there, he's staying at the Encore Hotel. Well, at some point during this trip, his credit card gets declined, and he isn't able to pay for his room. So he gets all angry and belligerent about this, and he goes and he locks himself in the room, and he won't let anyone in, and he refuses to leave the hotel. So the hotel staff calls the police, and police show up, and bam, they arrest him yet again. Here's his mugshot again. Now, because he was arrested those times before in Texas, Chad has an active warrant out for him for contempt of court. I assume he just didn't show up to his prior court hearings in Texas, so they put a warrant out for him. Regardless, he's technically considered a fugitive in another state. So in Vegas, he has to stay in jail for a while. Now here in jail,
Check the mailbox. Come on, packages.
is where things get
It might be a chain. Huh? It might be a chain.
really crazy for him. As I've said before, Chad believes he has supernatural powers. He believes he has the ability to see spirits inside people, which allow him to know if they are bad people. He calls these bad people predators. Now, during this time, he's in jail, locked up with some people who have probably done some really bad things. So you can imagine his so-called super ability is going off like crazy. But, for some reason, Chad really zeroes in on this guy. His name's Christopher. And Christopher, he's in here serving a 6-month sentence for violating probation on a theft case. He also has a history of property-related offenses. So it seems like the guy's got some issues, but he doesn't appear to be a violent offender. Regardless, that's not what Chad is seeing. Chad definitely sees evil spirits in Christopher. He thinks he's a predator, and he becomes convinced that Christopher is the kind of person who is guilty of being, inappropriate with kids, if you know what I mean. Even though Christopher has no history of having any child-related offenses whatsoever. And what's weird is that these guys have gotten along so far. Like, they've never had any issues. They've never gotten into any fights with one another or anything like that. But it doesn't matter to Chad. He's convinced that this guy is a predator. And when he gets these kind of bad vibes about someone, he believes that it is his personal responsibility to act on his supernatural power and
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes. It captures everything, from action items to key decisions. And after every call, you get a clear summary. But where it really goes to the next level is that it's the only AI note taker that connects your meetings to the rest of your work. So stop stressing about taking notes and get the AI note taker that works for you. Get ClickUp AI Note Taker for your next meeting.
The best you have something in your teeth trend part 2.
take care of the problem. So he feels like he needs to do something about Christopher. And so, as the weeks pass in there, this feeling in him gets stronger and stronger. And he has nothing but free time to think about all this stuff and to think about how he's going to take out his cellmate. Then, Chad realizes that he's scheduled to be released from jail soon. So if he wants to take his cellmate out, he needs to do it within the next couple of weeks, or he's gonna lose the opportunity. So one day, Chad and Christopher, they're in their cell, and they get into some kind of argument over something, who knows what, and this argument gets pretty heated. And after, Christopher lays down in his top bunk facing the wall with his back to Chad. And Chad, he sees this as his opportunity. And suddenly, boom, Chad grabs him from behind and he puts him in a chokehold. And Christopher, he fights and he tries to scream for help, but Chad won't let him go. And other inmates around, they can hear the struggle, but they're all locked up in their cells, so they can't really do anything. And so Chad holds Christopher there until he stops breathing, and he's no longer alive. Then he places him on the bottom bunk and he covers him with a blanket, like he's asleep. Now, this particular detention center is already overcrowded and apparently understaffed. So the guards there, they're not really able to pay close attention to everything that's going on. And so 8 hours go by, and none of the staff notices Christopher's body. But then, some of the guards are doing a routine check, and they finally find him there on the bunk. And so police come in and they investigate and they interview Chad, and he confesses to everything. He says he killed Christopher because he saw evil spirits in him and he felt that he was a predator, and he says that he doesn't care if he spends the rest of his life in prison because of it. And so, bam, they arrest Chad. Well, I guess they don't actually arrest him because he's already in jail, so I guess they just leave him locked up. But he has since been declared legally incompetent to stand trial, so his trial over this hasn't actually happened yet, but he will very likely spend the rest of his life in prison. So this reality TV...
That thing was crazy. You crazy, bro. Hey, that's me. What's going on
in
my chat?
prison. So this reality TV...
That thing was crazy. You crazy, bro. Hey, that's me. What's going on my
in
chat?
prison. So this reality TV...
That thing was crazy. You crazy, bro. Hey, that's me. What's going on my
in
chat?
prison. So this reality TV...
That thing was crazy. You crazy, bro. Hey, that's me. What's going on my
in
chat?
prison. So this reality
All right.
TV...
I might make the news. This thing too, right? Where's my door, Paul? What? No. 3 kids. Oh, I was racist. I thought I said 13. Oh, you still had 3 kids at 18. No, how do you... Hold on. Let me actually click on the video so before I lose that video. I lost the video. I lost the video, bro. No. Stop. Sorry, open. How you change the title? I will lie, but I buried that. That one, two, go was a W.
Should the Seahawks be going for a perfect season?
Huh?
Does anyone else realize how close Seattle
Who's that?
is to going 20-0?
Hello. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I buried that one too. That like, bro, I went to, bro. You should go there. You should go to that barbecue. Bro, relax. He's 30. And he got me right at the age of 30. Okay, damn. You little dick, you in there. I'll fuck my dick, you. I mean, right. At the age of 30. I don't care how old Buddy is, bro. Can't be
Science
too
and
old,
Kirk's success story.
though. Yeah. Oh, he can't be too old, though. 30 is good. It doesn't know. Buddy's old, bro. Shut up,
3
bro.
kids at the age of 18.
Not. That's not good. What? Shut up, bud. Sorry, bro. You got kids at the age of 18? Having 3 kids at the 18? Shut the fuck up. What? God. I'm still sucking on this pickle, bro. Pause. Whoa. Fucking dude. Yo, shut the fuck up, man. You shut the fuck up. Well, what is it? Not. I'm not their sister. Okay?
People say I'm glorifying
asked.
teenage pregnancy, but I'm just showing my life.
I would say my family is really creative, adventurous.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm about to cry with that.
Here, thug.
You need a minute? You're good. Okay.
How would you feel if any of your children had kids at a young age?
Treasure! I need you to come down with your brothers. It's time to clean. Hi, my name is Turquoise, and I'm a mother of 4.
Her name is Turquoise.
My oldest is Taeed. He's 19 years
Taeed.
old. Then I have 17-year-old twins, Marcel and Treasure. And then I have an 8-year-old. His name is Zamir.
Zamir! You got some really hard names, bro.
Do you think it's fair that everyone kind of does a little bit to chip in and help?
Yeah, I think it's mandatory actually.
They'll have their own home one day, and I want them to, keep.
I think it's mandatory actually.
They'll have
I thought Money had
their own
Taeed.
home one day, and I want them
Wait,
to,
no, he like 18,
keep their
17,
home
right?
clean.
What was it like, having such a young mom, growing up? Was it fun? Was it hard?
There was hardship and fun. We're close in age, so I guess you could say we kind of relate a little bit like that. And then the hardships is that she's also growing up as well, being a young adult with children.
So when I found out that I was pregnant at 16, I was super nervous.
I thought you said 18.
My mother was
So she had 3 kids before 18.
pretty disappointed. I actually hid it from her. Then I was 17 and I had got pregnant again, and I found out that I was having twins. And so that's how I end up having 3 children by the time I was 18.
How would you describe life as a teen mom with 3 children?
Really hard. I don't advise anyone to do it. At 18, you're supposed to be figuring out what you want to do with your life. You're not supposed to be raising children and then not on your own.
What kind of stuff do you help your mom with?
Like sometimes I take out the trash a lot.
Nigga, don't do this. No. Besides stuff we did to the controller, he don't do that. He leave it on the couch, bro. Because the camera's playing, his mom told him to do right.
When I
bro.
be helping her.
Do you think your mom is a good
Damn, little bro do not help her at all.
mom?
Yeah, she's a great mom.
Zamir and Jameer, they were my second twin pregnancy. I did enjoy that pregnancy, but it was really rough because
What you doing? Alright. I'm trying to learn how to do acting. I'm doing a tutorial on how to do acting. Fuck, I don't care, little bro. I need to do acting.
they were premature. I found that out at 5 months. I found out I was having identical boys, and they shared the placenta. And Jameer, which is Zamir's twin, he wasn't getting.
I don't know if I said this, but how do you find people like this, bro? Like, what is this, bro? Truly, how the fuck you find people
and
like
everything
this,
that he needed. And unfortunately, he passed away 23 days. He wasn't getting share the placenta, and Jameer, which is Zamir's twin, he wasn't getting everything that he needed.
Oh, yes, okay. What's up with her having twins, bro? Come on, bro. And where's the daddy at?
And unfortunately, he passed away 23 days before his first birthday. So. I need the lettuce and cheese, and you could just put it like on a plate like we do, so we can place it on the table. We're having tacos. Tacos is one of our favorite things.
He never helped her cook. Bro.
To eat.
Boy, you didn't know he was doing.
So who do you guys think is the best cook?
That's weak. You know that shit weak. That shit weak. Bro.
I would say the best cook in the family is my mom, but Taeed thinks it's him.
No, I was gonna say my mother as well. and then me.
Like, if you was in a cooking contest, you would get first, second, third, and fourth. And I would get fifth.
Do you guys think your mom is strict?
No, not at all.
I think that I'm strict when it matters. I've been living long enough to know like what's important or more important.
Do you guys feel like you can talk to your mom about anything?
I feel like, yeah, because like I'm really open with my mom. You know, I don't keep.
Who forced little bro to do this, bro? Bro, he trying so hard not to laugh, bro. He like, when we gonna end this, bro? I gotta go thug. I gotta go smoke. He gotta go smoke.
Secrets, you know, I really come to my mom a lot.
His mom getting that stairs. She's like, boy, don't you embarrass on this TV.
All get along as siblings?
I feel like we get along as siblings. We get along sometimes, but nobody's perfect. So we have our ups and downs.
Dog, she don't want to be on this camera, dog. She mad.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
So right now I'm editing our New York vlog. We were there for Tai's 19th birthday.
And the second, Taid is 19.
Period, Thais 19. We want to go back down Times Square. We looking good. We want some pics.
I love that I capture so much happy moments with my kids.
They're going around, they're going around, they're going around. Oh!
I started sharing my story online in about 2022. So some of the responses I've got on social media have been good, but some have been bad. We receive a lot of negative comments in regards to me being a teenage parent. It's as if people want me to go hide in the house. So some of the negative comments are comments like, you need a chastity belt and straight jacket on that. Just another grown woman I will look at as an example of what not to do. How is having 3 kids before 18 a flex? That's sick. With a sick emoji. Let's stop flexing this because that's showing this new generation that being a single teen parent is okay. Another person said, what happened to morals? OMG. You shouldn't have a child or especially not 3 kids so young, but you know, this is my life. Sometimes I respond back to negative comments, but I've learned that it's best to not respond because a lot of the people on social media, they can go back and forth for days.
Do people at school judge you guys or think it?
You should just come back for whipping that little bro.
It's weird
He
that
not a little, but he just whipped him, bro.
I wouldn't say judge, like now that I'm older. I wouldn't say judge. You'll be like more shocked, like, no, that's your mom. Like sometimes like me and my mom will walk in the store, they'll probably think that's my sister or something.
For the people that judge, they would say like things like discrediting my mom or something, like seeing she really don't take care of us or whatever.
How do you feel about your mom posting, you know, videos of you guys online, doing like the vlog and Instagram?
No, I do not mind being online. I actually absolutely love being online because like, yeah, you get negativity, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm more focused on the positivity, and it's the positivity outweighs the negativity. I would say my family is really creative, you want to call.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
We're gonna have a birthday party so soon.
What the? Yo!
I had 3 kids at the age of 18.
And I might have to cut this whole video out.
I mean, I am.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Oh,
In this
hell.
quick guide, I'll help you connect your Xbox console to your Roku TV. So let's get started.
This dirty nigga trying to connect AirPods to the
First, you need to
TV.
make sure that you have
This
connected your
nigga's
Xbox
crazy.
console to power,
This
and
nigga's
then grab
actually
a
crazy.
high-speed HDMI cable. Plug one
What
end,
happened to the strongest family in the world?
A dad who competes in World's Strongest Man, an 11-year-old who can flip a £225 tyre, and a 5-year-old girl.
Nigga, I can do that easily, bro.
Girl who can deadlift almost double her weight. These are the members of the family who in 2013 were known as the strongest in the world and garnered over 120 million views on YouTube. But now, 10 years later, how the family have ended up is absolutely mind-blowing. Before that though, we look back to when we first met the family on the 10th of April in 2013 at their home near Las Vegas, Nevada. Some of the Strongmen
Vegas.
fans watching may have realised that the dad in the family is none other than Nick Best, who actually competed in a few World's Strongest Man competitions, even finishing 6th in 2010. But in 2013, he was focused on raising his young children to be as fit as they could be. Alongside his wife Callie, who is also a strong woman, they have built their entire home around the gym, with an impressive setup inside their huge garage. But this setup wasn't exactly out of choice, as they revealed that they were actually forced into building it as the family were banned from a total of 3 gyms in their area for an insane reason.
They're afraid because I do lift so much, I'm gonna ruin their equipment or scare somebody. A manager comes in and looks at me like, no, I don't want you here, and out the door you go.
Quite frankly, we're just too strong to lift in regular gyms.
When you look at the training footage from Nick Best's YouTube channel from around the time the show aired, this isn't too surprising, as he can be seen lifting over 1,000 pounds worth of weight. Their home gym holds over $80,000 in gym equipment, which is more than some standard gyms seem to have, and it features a reinforced ceiling to hold Nick's chains, multiple Atlas stones to lift, and of course the tyres, which are the family's favourite piece of equipment, in particular Dylan and Jessica's. When they flip the tyres, they need to make sure everyone knows about it, and they take their training out into the street in front of their house.
Thank you.
First weekend they were here, it was crazy. We all set out and watched them. We were like, what are they doing?
Okay, one more here.
One more.
Good, you got it. Oh yeah.
Jessica, or JJ to the family, is shown in the episode to love flipping her truck tyre, which is dwarfed when compared to her dad's, but it's incredibly impressive for the 45-pound 5-year-old. She's actually shown 1 year prior to this being filmed lifting her first ever truck tyre on her dad's YouTube channel, with her whole family cheering her on.
Okay, JJ, let's see you flip this tire. There we go. Good girl. There you go. Get it up on the body a little higher. There we go. Put a knee in it. Yeah!
Even when she has her friends round to her house, she gets them to do her exercise drills with her, encouraging her friends to try press-ups and star jumps. Nick claims that when she was 4 years old, she was able to flip a 100-pound tyre unassisted, and she didn't stop at truck tyres, showing off her press-ups and deadlift inside the family's home gym, even giving a heartwarming reason for her drive to lift weights.
I want to be like my mommy because he's pretty and strong.
And her mother Callie actually has quite a tragic history with strongmen. In 2007, professional strongman Jason Marund, who came second in the previous year's World's Strongest Man competition, tragically lost his life due to heart failure, caused by the steroids he was taking, thickening his heart muscles. Unfortunately, at this time, Callie was married to Jason and was left a widow to her late husband. Since then though, she is obviously remarried to Nick Best, but interestingly has kept the Marunde last name, opting to be named Callie Marunde Best. She clearly has a type 2.
Is his last name Best, or did he actually change it?
And has even admitted what she looks for in a man, which may not be too surprising to you.
Obviously, the first thing that I noticed about Nick were his physical attributes.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets flavor.
Ow!
Stop pulling.
What's that? Turn this fucking noise off, bro. How do we fucking copyright it, bro? No! Fucking sound off, pussy. I get it. I knew it! I knew it!
Obviously, the first thing that I noticed about Nick were his physical attributes. There's nothing more sexy than a big, strong guy. Period.
Her life around strongmen has obviously influenced her lifestyle, which has been passed down to her children, as they all possess the same drive to train to the best of their abilities. And no one is more impressive than Dylan, who takes us shopping for a new tyre while on the show, as he admits that his current tyre to flip is way too light. And it must be pretty confusing for the tyre salesman to be selling a truck tyre to an 11-year-old kid.
I don't think it's normal for an 11-year-old to do that. I think they'd probably rather be playing a bunch of video games in an arcade somewhere.
So he upgraded from his 150-pound tyre to a 225-pound tyre, and surprisingly was able to lift it, even though it was a struggle.
This is going to be a pretty serious step up. You can do it. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Good, Dill. Good. It's okay.
You got it.
When somebody sees me at school, they just think I'm an average 11-year-old, but when I flip that tire, they don't think that anymore.
Come on, Dylan, let's see it.
Are you giving me that stair loan now? Trying to get hell here,
Buddy,
bro.
that's all of 225, buddy.
I'm trying to get hit out here. Little man trying to get hit out here, bro. What the little man did to you, bro?
It may have also been strange to hear 11-year-old Dylan saying that he doesn't feel right if he doesn't train first thing in the morning, just like if he doesn't have his coffee, which we'll get back to later.
I do like working out. It's like my coffee in the morning. If I don't do it, I don't feel right.
Dylan probably also doesn't feel right training when he's not listening to music, and lucky for him, Raycon will have him covered.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
In the world. Obviously, you can't lift all of this weight without having an insane diet to put behind it. And if you've seen Strongman Diet before, you'll know it can be pretty intense.
There's 12 eggs, and this is what Nick will go through in one day. Nick eats anywhere between 10 and 15,000 calories in a day.
If I don't constantly feed, I just won't maintain this mass.
Nick claims that all of his kids eat double the recommended amount of calories for their size in the age group, which if true would mean JJ is eating 2,500 calories a day, with Dylan eating almost 3,500 a day. I do find this hard to believe, but I can imagine they're eating a lot more than recommended, especially considering Nick's diet. He claims to eat 10,000 to 15,000 calories a day, which makes sense when you have that much mass to maintain, which if you're a subscriber of the channel, you'll know this is about how much the stars of my 600-pound life eat to maintain the mass. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, the button's just down there, so make sure you subscribe.
If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe.
Now, as shocking as their lifestyle seems to be, this was just the beginning, as this first show involving their life only scratches the surface of their story, as 3 years later in 2016, Nick appeared in a segment for Giants Live, and not much had changed about the family. Nick had been qualifying for World's Strongest Man every year since 2010, and 2016 would be no different, and at this time, Nick had just won the American Open Championships, proving his insane diet and lifestyle was working. And we finally got an insight into what Nick was drinking, which genuinely looks sickening, as he packs in thousands of calories in a single shake, consisting of protein powder, Pop-Tarts, and peanut butter.
Amino acids and protein in it.
Yo, what the hell, I'm on? Hurry up and get my... Bro, my... I don't know what I just did. Monkey. No, bro. What is you doing, bro? No, bro. Milk, peanut butter.
Everything in the shake makes it taste good. You can drink them pretty easy. And there's a lot of calories in it.
You do like easy.
One commenter on the Facebook video pointed out Nick said his family avoids fast food, but blends all of this fat and sugar into a single shake, which seems a bit counterintuitive. Nevertheless, Nick's diet had proved successful, and it seemed to have been just as successful for Dylan and JJ, with them both keeping to their fitness regime.
He can deadlift just about 300 pounds now. I think he's only 15, just messing around.
However, it seems like Dylan is the strongest of the pair, with him now being 15 and still flipping tires, seeming to be flipping the same tires as his monster dad, Nick. Even though the family obviously values strength and work ethic, Dylan has explained why he doesn't necessarily feel pressure by them, and it seems like a really healthy relationship the family have together.
I've been working out my family since I was like 6 years old. It's not that we like hold each other accountable. If we miss a day, then we miss a day. It's not like the end of the world.
Outside of social media posts,
Stop looking at me like that.
made by Nick, it seems as though the family retreated out of the public eye and didn't do any more episodes or features with TLC. However, they did do a video with Dr. Bo Hightower, who may have put some of your concerns about the children to rest. One of the biggest concerns viewers of the show had was that their parents were making them lift too much at such a young age, which many people incorrectly think stunted their growth. However, in this video, Nick shares where the real damage was done. The first to go through Dr. Bo's checks was Jessica, who showed the doctor that she still works out, and after comparing her height to her mother, proved that lifting didn't stunt her growth, as despite being nearly 13, she was the same height as her mother. The doctor also brought up with Jessica her line from the original show, which seemed like a perfect full circle to come in their journey.
We were just laughing. Do you remember your line from the show? When you said, I'm gonna grow up and be strong and pretty like my mom?
Oh yeah!
I want to be like my mommy because he's pretty and strong.
I want to be like my mom because she's pretty and strong.
The next to speak to the doctor was Dylan, who would be around 19 at the time of featuring in the YouTube video, and has clearly changed a lot.
What happened to you, bro? My fucking.
Since we first saw him. Like his sister though, he's clearly not suffered any damage from lifting weights or drinking coffee from such a young age. Since the episode aired, Nick himself had retired from strongman competitions, clearly putting his health first, and has hopefully put his diet of peanut butter and Pop-Tart milkshakes behind him. And if you're interested in learning more about their life, Nick still has a YouTube channel under his name. A family on the opposite end of the spectrum to the Best family would be the Asante family, with Stephen Asante and his brother weighing nearly 1,000. From getting kicked out of hospital for ordering pizza, verbally abusing his doctors, and throwing his urine on the floor, Stephen Asante is the most hated 600-pound lifestyle.
I'm gonna come back. What the fuck is this, bro?
God damn, bro. I had to take 20 years just to connect.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, man.
Little fucking loser.
You want to die out here, bro?
Yeah, we're gonna die out here, pussy. What's up?
Happy birthday, one of a kind. Snack loving, always elegant.
Ever, and it's with good reason. After I made my James King video, I had no idea how much worse Stephen Asante would be, with every single comment on that video wanting me to cover him, and I was left completely disgusted by his story. To understand why everyone hates Stephen Asante, we need to go back to his childhood and discover the trauma which may explain why Stephen is the way he is. Born in 1981, Stephen didn't exactly have the best start in life. His mother was a chronic alcoholic, and his parents would constantly argue, subjecting Stephen and his younger brother Justin to a lot of abuse. They ended up getting a divorce when Stephen was just 11 years old, and the young boys went to live with their mother.
At that time, my mom cared more about the alcohol and her boyfriends than us.
This ultimately was a disaster, as their mother would often put partying and her relationships with other men above the boys, with her boyfriends physically abusing her young sons.
My mom's boyfriend was very violent. I was beaten physically by her boyfriend, but my mom knew and she didn't care.
She would often leave them home alone for days at a time and leave out cold food just for them to eat. This was the first time we seen Stephen's strange behaviour, as Justin recounts that Stephen would eat all of the food that was left for them, without even letting his little brother have a bite.
Every time there was food around, before I can eat it, he would already have gobbled it down.
This is incredibly disturbing to learn and difficult to comprehend. Even at 11 years old, Stephen's lack of concern for his little brother is quite disturbing. Stephen's food addiction has a clear origin story. Left alone for days, food was his only source of comfort. His mother would also use food as a manipulation tactic. Instead of shielding them from the abuse of her boyfriends, she would reward their endurance with sweet treats. In reality, the only thing that Stephen and Justin had to look forward to was food.
Let's go back to my childhood days. how my mom used to leave me and my brother at home and go out clubbing all the time. Mind you, we were young. My mother abandoned me and my brother for the person she's with now.
She's in New York? Is she from New York?
Stephen began really struggling with his weight as he just couldn't stop eating. By his teenage years, he was significantly overweight. By the time he was 15 years old, he weighed over 300 pounds. In the same year, their mother left one night to start a new life with their boyfriend and never came home. As a result, the boys moved back in with their father. This was incredibly traumatic for Steve, which only catapulted his rapid weight gain. We learn a lot about Stephen's problematic behavior from his father, where he recounts the damage caused by his son's incredible weight. Stephen was so large that he actually cracked the toilet and sink simply by leaning on them. When showing the camera crew around Stephen's childhood bedroom, it's clear that Stephen spent 99% of his time there. Instead of walking 5 meters to the toilet, he would urinate into bottles and leave them on the floor.
The only time he went to the regular bathrooms when he had to go number 2.
Stephen and his father would often get into physical altercations surrounding food, as Stephen would never take no for an answer. One of the worst instances of this was when Stephen actually called the police on his father, who was then arrested. Stephen then said that he would drop the charges if his dad bought him a pizza. Stephen's father reached his boiling point when he found a cupboard in Stephen's room completely full of pizza boxes that he'd ordered and ate in secret. When he confronted Stephen, telling him to stop before it was too late, Stephen brushed him off and asked what they were having for their next meal.
I said, "You serious, dude?" I said, "How do I know you just didn't have a pizza today and you want something to eat again?"
Unable to think about anything other than food, Stephen would threaten to call the police on his family unless they brought him more.
One time my dad and I got into an altercation. He hit me and then I hit him and I called the police. He got arrested and he told me to drop the charges and he would get me a large pizza if I did. And so I did.
This behavior resulted in Stephen
What the
and he would get me a large pizza. He got.
So what is this, bro?
Arrested and he told me to drop the charges and he would get me a large pizza if I did. And so I did.
This behavior resulted in Stephen gaining yet another 50 pounds, making him 350 pounds by the time he was 17. At this time, he was eating 6 to 7 large pizzas every single day. And it's at this point we begin to learn that Stephen is incredibly dangerous and manipulative, and he's incapable of having compassion for anyone but himself, even when they are trying to help him. And the worst part, this is only the beginning. But before we look more at the downfall of Stephen, we need to thank today's sponsor, Pi. Disappear before and you visit pi.org/. The channel. Let's get back into the video and into the insanity of Stephen Asante's life. In an effort to get back at his mother, Stephen takes to sharing photos and videos of himself online, which he defends because he was so desperate for some attention, even if it was all negative. If you haven't seen My 600 Pound Life, you've probably seen these videos of Stephen Asante before. In them, Stephen baits and taunts his audience, showcasing all the food he's able to buy, thanks to taxpayers' money.
Writing a book is hard.
Money is you good? I can buy food and you can't. Because I have tax money.
This video...
Money.
This video is just for you taxpayers. Thank you for paying taxes.
This is extremely difficult to watch, given that there are people who desperately rely on public welfare due to serious health conditions and other various reasons. It's insulting to the people who actually need these funds and have to rely on it as their last resort. Yet for someone like Stephen Asante, on the other hand, they brag about how much money they get despite not working, which leads to his audience being outraged by his antics. This is especially harmful as Stephen is using hard-working taxpayers' money to fund his overeating, which in turn causes him many health problems, resulting in even more money going into his treatment. Stephen has lived his life like this for a very long time. Moving between his own apartment and his dad's house, his quality of life trends downwards, while the scale keeps going up. By the time he's 30, he's above 600 pounds. Moving back in with his father, Stephen continues his abusive tactics, taking his anger out on Justin. Due to his size, he can no longer move his body enough to hit his younger brother, but he emotionally abuses him instead.
Stephen came back home and he was up to his old tricks of...
What, nigga? What he said he was gonna make it so sad for I'm saying that little fat. He can't get up and hit me. Blah! Right in his jaw. What
Abused
you
me
talking
mentally. He
about?
couldn't hit me physically because he couldn't get up, but he used to pound on my wall over and over again until I finally gave him what he wanted.
While staying at his father's house, he continues to get in his way, eating his way to immobility. Stephen is transferred to hospital as he becomes bedridden. After a few days in Kent Hospital, Stephen is accepted by Dr. Now as a patient and has been approved for medical transport to Houston. Due to his size, over 700 pounds, Stephen has to be transported in the back of a truck, where the pressure of his enormous body breaks one of the legs on the stretcher.
Oh! What happened? The bed just hit a big, huge bump and it broke.
The rail came off, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
The whole.
Even the doctor shot. Look at these niggas' faces.
Big, huge bump and it broke.
Yeah. You go follow these faces, bro. I'll tell you. You can't like it.
Broke.
The rail came off, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
The whole.
Broken.
The transport to Houston takes 25 to 30 hours, and Stephen doesn't miss the opportunity to continue his usual food manipulation tactics. He calls his father countless times without even starting with a hello, just demanding for food instead. He manipulates his father by complaining that he feels weak.
I'm feeling very weak, and if something happens
Very weak. Give me some food.
to me, you're gonna be very sorry.
Someone of Stephen's size doesn't have to worry about not eating. He clearly shows his delusion here, as he has tricked himself into thinking that the feeling of hunger is a medical emergency. Stephen lies to the nurses that accompany him on the way to Dr. Now, claiming that he hasn't eaten at all, so that he can have multiple breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. His attitude is unbelievable. It's clear that he hasn't even begun to think about losing any weight. Upon arrival at the hospital, Stephen appears optimistic. On the scale, he weighs 730 pounds, and Dr. Now immediately puts him on a 1,000 calorie a day diet in order to drop his weight down to 250 pounds if he loses 50 pounds a month. After an emotional farewell to his brother and father, reality sets in for him as he realizes the long road ahead of him. His usual manipulative tactics that he normally uses on his family are placed on the hospital nurses. Stephen abuses the call button, calling for the nurses over trivial matters constantly throughout the day. When his meal is a few minutes late, he rings the bell. When he's slightly uncomfortable, he rings the bell. He complains about other nurses and the length of time.
So he's a bitch ass nigga, huh? You always crying, bro. For what? For what? So nigga saying that he's a bitch. Okay.
Time it takes for them to respond to his calls. He even has the gall to complain about the ethnicity of some of the hospital staff. He demands that his requests be dealt with immediately and isn't afraid to cause a scene when he feels like he's been waiting too long. His pathological behaviors started to show themselves, which catches the attention of Dr. Now. He gives Stephen a sharp wake-up call and threatens that if his behavior continues, then he will not be able to continue on this program.
I don't want to hear of this issue again.
Yes.
And if I do, then this is going to be a very different conversation.
Unsurprisingly, this doesn't work, and Stephen continues to abuse the hospital staff. One of the nurses recounts his behavior with tears in her eyes. As Dr. Now learns of Stephen's behavior, he quickly supports his hospital staff and gives Stephen a challenging ultimatum.
I don't think this shit gonna fit on your head. Big ass head. July your day at it.
If he wants to stay in the weight loss program, he must leave the hospital and prove that he's serious by losing the weight without the support he previously had. This is devastating for Stephen as he begs and cries to Dr. Now, but the doctor doesn't budge. Stephen breaks down, stating that he has nowhere else to go, but Dr. Now replies, "If you have nowhere else to go, I'll get you dropped off at a homeless shelter within the next few minutes." This is incredibly shocking for the viewer, as
Bro, give him one more chance. Give him one more chance.
We've only ever seen Stephen bedbound and with 24/7 care and support. If Dr. Now threatens to drop him off at a homeless shelter, he must actually believe that Stephen is actually able to support himself much more than he lets on, explaining his attitude towards the hospital staff as he actually enjoys making them run circles around him. It's great to see how Dr. Now stands up for his hospital staff, as he puts them first ahead of his selfish patients. If you're familiar with these episodes, the vast majority of the stars share this similar behaviour. They are selfish, entitled, and believe that everyone around them owes them something. This is definitely true for Stephen, but there's something even more sinister about him that we will come to find out as we follow his story. When Stephen's father learns that he's being kicked out of the hospital, his reaction's quite surprising.
Why? Why is he doing this? When he knows this is his last opportunity to get help.
He doesn't seem angry that this has happened, but more as though he was anticipating it. He seems happy to fly to Houston and save Stephen, rather than teaching him a lesson by leaving him high and dry. You don't have to be a psychologist to understand Stephen's behaviour here. He has been allowed to do this as he pleases without facing any consequences. He can gorge his way to morbid obesity, sponge off the government to fund his life-threatening habits, and abuse hospital staff without facing any responsibility. It's clear that Stephen has never had to acknowledge his behaviour or try to improve because he's consistently been enabled by his father. This is quite common on the show, as more often than not,
You okay?
It's different, but you'll love it.
Now go save some money.
Empty basket? Not for long.
there is always one person behind them, always picking up the pieces. And if you subscribe to my channel now, you won't miss out on any of the most shocking episodes of my £600 life, so make sure you're subscribed. Stephen has a final weigh-in before saying farewell.
Make sure you subscribe to me, right? Say subscribe. Say subscribe. What you hating for? Say subscribe. You was a hater.
And is surprised by his weight loss of over £100, making him £625. He must lose another £60 outside of the hospital in order to stay on the weight loss program and
look at his feet, bro. Ugh.
Qualify for weight loss surgery. I can imagine it'll be extremely difficult for Stephen to continue losing weight without the help of the hospital staff. As soon as he arrives into his own apartment, he falls into his familiar habit, demanding that his father order him his signature large pepperoni pizza.
Give me your phone and get the number.
For what? For what?
Pizza.
Oh my God.
His father is definitely an enabler, as he doesn't even try to persuade Stephen to have a healthier alternative, even though he's literally on a weight loss program.
I learned a long time ago there's no point in fighting Stephen. If he wants pizza, he is going to get it.
It's difficult to see his point of view here too.
Why not just stop ordering him pizza? You just leave. You can literally just... He can't even get up by himself. Just order some some vegetables. If you don't eat it, that's his. He gonna die. Give him some salad. Don't order him no pizza. Just leave it all around him. If he don't eat it, he gonna get hungry one day. He gonna eat it.
What does he mean that there's no point in fighting with Stephen? He's over £600. It's not like he can just get up and start swinging at him. It's harsh, but the best course of action would be to hand him his allowed calories and just walk away. The same as Dr. Now did at the hospital. His father even asks Stephen for a slice, given that he hasn't eaten since his 6 AM flight, which Stephen shakes his head and shows him the finger. Stephen missed his first appointment with Dr. Now since being kicked out of the hospital. He's been calling his father to complain about this situation, and his brother Justin has been recording the conversations.
What do you want? I want to talk to him. Who do you want? I ain't got no food here. If you don't believe me, ask Princess.
That's not my problem. That's your problem, not mine.
No, I did not get any food today.
You had 3 meals delivered. Sorry.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, guess what? I don't have no money and I am broke.
The conversations are difficult to listen to as Stephen and his father loudly argue over the phone. Stephen has a care worker called Princess who comes over each day to make his food and bathe him. Stephen lies with father, claiming that Princess hasn't been delivering his food and that he hasn't eaten in days. His father knows this isn't true as he's in communication with Princess, and eventually he just puts the phone down on Stephen. It's been 2 months since Stephen left the hospital and he continues to miss his appointments with Dr. Now and fails to respond to any communication medication from the hospital. Princess starts to get concerned about Steven's behaviour, so she turns up at his apartment to do a welfare check on him. She lets herself in to find that Steven isn't there and finds an empty bottle of pills. Worried about his condition, she calls the local hospitals to see if Steven is there, eventually locating him at the ER in a local hospital. Dr. Now investigates this and arrives at Steven's apartment for an at-home appointment. He finds that Steven
It's going bald, bro.
has been abusing his medication and has become addicted to strong painkillers. He's also started pulling his hair out and is almost bald at the top of his head. Dr. Now comments that hair pulling is a childlike nervous disorder, calling Steven out for his inability to behave like an adult and take responsibility for his actions. Pizza boxes are mounting up around his room, and Dr. Now isn't confident that he's been sticking to his 1,000 calorie a day diet. This isn't even the worst part. Steven's been admitting himself into different hospitals in the area and claiming to be in intense pain in order to get prescribed high dosage pain medication. Steven was prescribed pain medication at 20 different hospitals in only 1 month. Not only is he addicted to food, but he now has a fully fledged pain medication addiction too. This is incredibly serious, as Steven's addiction to the pain medication is likely to kill him before his morbid obesity does, cutting his life shorter and shorter. Dr. Now gives Steven an ultimatum: lose 60 pounds in 1 month and stop taking the pain medication, or he's out of the program for good. Steven acts like he's feeling motivated to change, but it's easy to see that he isn't going to. At the weigh-in, Steven steps on the scales and is astounded to learn that he's gained yet another 80 pounds in...
You wanna get down? Yes, but you want to say subscribe. Come on, please. Bye-bye. You. We'll see my package outside now, bro. Go to the mailbox, goof.
He left the hospital several months prior. Dr. Now emphasized...
Huh? That's supposed to be on the floor. It's not supposed to be on the floor. Go. Go. Go.
is the seriousness of Steven's situation, but this doesn't really register with him at all, as he asks Dr. Now will refill his pain medication one last time. In disbelief, Dr. Now fully rejects him. On the way back to Steven's apartment, he started to complain of severe leg pain and was asked to be rushed to the hospital. When the hospital nurses came to assess his situation, he claims to have a stabbing pain that measures in 9 out of 10.
Yo! 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 Move!
On the pain scale, all while smiling and sitting comfortably. His care worker Princess is visibly annoyed by Steven's lies. If someone was really experiencing a 9 out of 10, they would be unable to speak, move, or even describe that level of pain. For Steven, it's just yet another manipulative tactic to get what he wants. No matter how much anyone tries to help him, he finds a way to take advantage of it. Dr. Now is more than done with Steven's games. He's suspended from his weight loss program and is instead redirected to a drug rehab program. This is the last time we see him in the first episode, but there is so much more to come. The Where Are They Now episode takes place 2 years after Steven was originally in the show. The viewer is introduced to a slightly more independent Steven, who has moved to Iowa to be with his girlfriend, who he marries during the filming of the episode. And I was just as shocked as you were to learn that. 2 years after dropping out of Dr. Now's weight loss program, Steven reaches out to him again for help. On a video call, Dr. Now evaluates his situation and discovers that he's in a very similar place to where he left him. He hasn't lost any weight, despite having the surgery, which isn't in the show, and still struggles with the same medical conditions he previously had. His eating habits are the only factor that have changed. In fact, it's actually gotten worse, with Steven going from eating 2 large pizzas a day to 5. He even explains that he can't go longer than 2 hours without eating. As Steven has been eating so much since having the gastric sleeve surgery, he's actually stretched his stomach back to what it was before the operation, meaning he's practically starting again from day 1. His main reason for weight loss is due to his wife, as she's threatened to divorce him if he doesn't get down to a healthy weight. Steven's wife seems like a genuinely nice person, as she makes him daily healthy meals which he refuses to eat, instead calling his father to order him a pizza, which he does every time without fail. It's upsetting to see how Steven's father is enabling him to maintain his obese size, despite the threat that Steven has nearly died because of his weight. It's hard to understand why someone would want to be in a relationship relationship with someone like Steven too, especially as he shows no effort to want to improve himself in any way. Steven pleads with Dr. Now that he will behave himself properly if he's allowed back into the weight loss program at the hospital, not shouting at nurses and being rude to the hospital staff. Unfortunately for Steven, Dr. Now sees sense and rejects him for the weight loss program, as he hasn't showed any effort to lose weight on his own. He has practically undone all of the work that Dr. Now and his team did during the program, instead progressing backwards as he's eating more than ever before, worsening his health conditions even further. With other participants on the show, we often feel enlightened by their motivation to recognize their unhealthy habits and efforts to live a better life.
What the fuck did I just watch? Real mud. You just took. Whoa, probably like a or nothing.
Place to present a false or exaggerated image of yourself online. Very few people have done it as egregiously as D. Kane. Over the course of just a few months, he went from being a successful TikToker to being relentlessly ridiculed for pretending to be a member of MS-13, and finally to being exposed and eventually arrested for possession of illegal material involving minors. D. Kane's online presence was infamous from the get-go, as his main claim to fame, if we can even call it that, is being the definition of an Edgar. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, and honestly, neither was I up until this video's research, an Edgar is shorthand for Hispanic e-boys, trademarked by this one abominable haircut where their hair is lined up despite being straight and grown out. Now look, I know I shouldn't be talking about anybody's haircuts as my reputation clearly precedes me in that field, but regardless, Edgars have become notorious in the Latin American world.
Nigga, you're fucking cooked.
And consequently, in American border states, for being basically Latino lightskins. But if being a stereotype wasn't enough for him, he was actually copying someone else who also fits that same mold. Murda Ricky, another Edgar TikToker who was way bigger than D. Kane would ever become. Seeing how much attention Ricky got, especially from girls, D. Kane started to do everything in his power to mimic him. And pretty soon after came the highly questionable thirst traps.
I'm playing with it a little bit.
For the sake of making money on this video, let's just say that the audio was talking about churros. But it was that one miserable post that began the TikTok career of D. Kane. Although I should note that his real name is Josiah Kane de la Fuente, which court records later reveal. I've often seen him attached to the name Dustin Kane Morris, which is actually the name of the brother of streamer Sodapoppin, who happens to also go by D. Kane online. But for the sake of not creating any confusion, from now on, I'll just refer to the video's topic, D. Kane, as Josiah. Long before 2023, it was very clear that Josiah's objective was always to be attractive to TikTok girls. But like the bane of middle schooler Riz, no one cared who he was until he put on the Edgar. This may or may not have had to do with the fact that, despite being 22 years old at the time of his first post in 2023, Mr.
I put on him. Nah.
Tip Real Creamy here stood at a whopping Godzilla-like, megalophobia-inducing 5'1". There's some controversy about this information since he occasionally says he's 3 years younger and 5'3", and purposely puts his hair up so he'd look taller. But again, court documents show him being listed at just 5'1" and being born in 2001. So I'm inclined to accept that figure as the real one. Without a doubt, the persona he put on was successful, as all of his early uploads have millions of views. But even at this
what's up with these
point, Josiah was doing extremely questionable stuff. For example, in October 2023, he made a post to TikTok advertising his Twitter. Why is that questionable, you may ask? Well, on his Twitter, he had recently put up a video of himself engaging in intercourse with a girl. However, I absolutely strongly advise anyone watching this to not look it up, because given his later arrests and convictions, it's possible that either the girl in the video is a minor or that the video was uploaded without her consent. Whatever the case is, it was another sign that Josiah was willing to do anything for clout with random TikTok girls. But the thing is, that immediately came at a cost. One of the few things people immediately picked up on was his tendency to present himself as a criminal, to the point of having the number 13 tattooed on his face. The idea behind this being to signal that he's a member of MS-13, a highly dangerous gang of which Josiah was absolutely not a part of, but he was more than willing to pretend he was for clout. 1 month into his TikTok notoriety, he already looked like he was facing the consequences of his actions, as in late November 2023, he randomly showed up with a black eye, and in late January of 2024, it happened again. Now, if you were an impressionable teenager, you could just assume that he got into fights, but the truth was much darker and more pathetic than you could ever imagine. Eventually, an actual lawyer got to looking at his case files and discovered part of the truth.
Assault with a deadly weapon. This is back on November 2023. He was out on bond. Let's see when his next hearings are. Oh, today, the 28th. He's got one. Wait, he's in court tomorrow? He's got jury trial tomorrow? Jury trial tomorrow.
As you can imagine, the average TikTok viewer isn't interested or capable enough to figure out how to access court records, so for the time being, no one was any wiser, and he continued to make a name for himself well into 2024, although his emphasis slowly switched from conventional posts to TikTok lives. The first big hurdle he had to face was with people taking issue with him being a copy of Murder Ricky. People were already turning on Josiah and becoming impatient with his antics. For example, he made this one post where he purposely added a bunch of typos to, I guess, make himself sound like more of a gangster, I guess. You leave me after I fought for you in everything that we had. The comments are appropriately making fun of him for it. For real, how could
that's not sling, bro.
she do that? Yeah, I remember that time when he lured me. Yeah, I was so that he left me. I love him so much, bruh. He also made a post with a picture of what looks to be a court filing with his mugshot on it, although I haven't been able to find anything about an arrest from June 2024. This leads me to think that he either staged this and took his own Riz mugshot, or this is from when he got arrested on a DV charge, which may explain why he blacked everything out on the document so that no one would find out what he got processed for. In the same month he made this post, he reached a milestone in his TikTok streamer career. He started frequently taking part in the stream of Lalo Gone Brazy, a staple of this general community. This was super successful because up until this point, most of Josiah's comment sections were just flooded with thirsty girls who had fallen for the Edgar trance. And even when there were people calling him out, they were buried underneath mountains of positive posts. Lalo, however, gave a voice to everyone who found Josiah ridiculous, and he actually made some pretty good content out of it.
Because those tattoos, I feel like it's just betraying the image that you're really not.
If you saw me in real life, what would you do?
I'd probably laugh.
Exactly. You wouldn't touch me, brother.
I'll probably walk up to you and try to like pet you, you know, like you are the comedy, but you can't do comedy. Like, you understand what that means?
Does that make sense to y'all? Why would I rub salmonella?
Salmonella. Like, you about to start rapping or what? Like, what? Thought bro's about to start freestyle. I was about to. Like, I was gonna provide you the beat.
You're kind of lucky I'm even talking to you right now. Usually I pay people to talk to me.
Did you just hear what he said? He said, usually I pay people to talk to me.
It's also in this stream that one of the most memorable catchphrases was solidified.
Yeah, bro has a whole drawer of caterpillars. He's like, let me throw these on today.
I'm confuzzled.
Oh, you heard him? I'm trying to build a puzzle.
But what's way more concerning is that we also see a recurrent behavior of Josiah's show up. His very strange, evasive behavior when the topic of age came up.
Me, I'm 24.
Me, I'm 24. Oh. I'm a minor.
What's up?
Yeah, how old are you?
I don't know, Boomer.
Even at the time, this demeanor Josiah puts on whenever the topic of his age comes up is a bit of a red flag. I mean, on Twitter, there's been a massive part of the user base, many of whom are commission artists, who will label themselves as older than 18 and have minors don't interact in their bio to avoid any potential confusion. Obviously, just because you don't have that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong, but despite knowing what kind of person is watching his TikToks, he goes out of his way to keep his age a mystery. Following their first encounter, Lalo and Josiah went on to have a lot of online interactions, which produced even more clips that went viral.
What's going on, bro? What's down, little bro?
True like that if you were with Chris. That's a good boy. Yeah.
Whenever Lalo wasn't targeting his forced mispronunciations and his clearly penciled in eyebrows, pretty much any of Josiah's self-presentation was fair game, as because all of it looked fake and performative.
Y'all pick for me. What should I smell like right now? Y'all let me know.
Ain't no way bro could only afford samples.
Samples?
Samples. Hey, bro try to say it all confident. Let me know what I should smell like. There's samples.
But despite there being some degree of animosity between them, neither of them appeared to really take it seriously. If this was the ultimate consequence of his fake persona, Josiah had it pretty good, as these streams were helping his online presence grow as well. The problem is, even if Lalo treated it like an act, Josiah...
I guess we're gonna see. Sure, what's up, guys? Alright, bet. 3, 2, 1. Man, you did all that for that? You did all that for that? All that dunked on John Morant. You didn't dunk on him, bro. You missed completely, mud.
That did not. And a couple of weeks later, things got a bit dire for him. While we have two different recordings from different angles of this event, we don't actually have footage of what it was about. They took Josiah's chain from his neck. Unsurprisingly, he didn't do anything about it, although he said it was because he was on an ankle monitor and didn't want to violate his probation. And later on, he started telling a tall tale about how, after they stopped recording, he made the guy run laps around the mall in fear of what he may do. This was a far cry from the hardened gang member he tried to pretend he was on TikTok. So of course, the mockery from this point onward went up a notch.
We were walking. Kids are dressed in pajamas and you got praised by kids that just woke up in pajamas. Bro, you're you're a clown, bro. Ain't no way bro got praised with kids that's wearing pajamas. Bro, throw them mental. I don't even know why you go to the mall by yourself knowing after I gave you all this clout, you're gonna go out in public by yourself? Do you understand? Now you're not a regular kid like you were before I met you. Now you're somebody popping. Now you're like me. And you want to go out in public by talking.
Now you're like me.
Yourself? Obviously, you're gonna get your little chain snap, bro. You're 3'2". You're a little baby. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Obviously, you're gonna get your little chain snap, bro. You're 3'2". You're a little baby. What are you gonna do? Nothing.
3'2".
Or do you want your chain to get snatched again? Next, they might take your caterpillars. You gotta.
Josiah being fraud checked marked the beginning of a steep decline of his already weak reputation. And the next person to highlight it was rapper Lefty Gunplay, who joined one of these streamers to talk to him.
Were you at Texas?
Yo.
Were you a 13? You sureño?
You know what I'm saying? 1-3.
Are you sureño or not?
It's that 1-3 life.
Where you from?
Why you asking where I'm from?
Hey, where you from? What gang? Where at? What city?
I'm from El Salvador.
You're from El Salvador?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. What gang are you from?
We're not doing this on TikTok.
Dog, bang your shit.
We're not doing this on TikTok.
I'm from King Salvador, right 13. Where are you from?
I'm a good boy.
You're gay. That's just...
The thing is, unlike most people who made fun of Josiah for pretending to be a gangster, Lefty was actually gang affiliated. More and more, Josiah found himself engaging with people who actually were what he was pretending to be. And he'd already gotten in at least one real-life altercation over it, so his future wasn't exactly looking bright. Even Lalo got concerned about it.
Bro, and honestly, DK, when Lefty was telling you all that stuff, like, hey, where you from? You're like, bro, you know what it is? I got that 1 and that 3. You know what it, bro?
Get locked out.
DK, I promise you, DK, I'm not saying this in a bad way. You are not a member. Bro, honestly, all of that, they do not know who you are. So the moment you come impersonating something that you ain't, it's over for you, bro. I'm trying to put you on the right path, bro. I'm not hating on you.
For the time being, it seems that the realization of how people really saw him set in, and Josiah leaned into the less self-serious aspects of his online presence.
Okay, hubby bubby, give me a kiss.
You give me a kiss.
Where do you want it?
You know where I want it.
Oh, wrong line right now. Okay, DK, you make me blush. I'm gonna go, okay?
What the?
Alright, I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
Wow, it looks like Lefty was right. This guy's gay. In late July 2024, Josiah gave
Trying to give me bent? Stop it.
an interview to Junior Stuber, and some interesting things were said. After reiterating the claims that he's from El Salvador and that he's 5'8", Josiah suggests that his girlfriend at the time is pregnant, not by accident, but instead because Josiah specifically wanted to have a girl, hoping one day he'd have up to 4 kids. Again, while this seems harmless at the time, it takes on a much darker meaning later on. However, it doesn't seem like his girl was really pregnant at this time anyway, so this was probably just another one of the many lies he randomly tells for clout. Further into the video, Josiah claims he never even finished high school, dropping out in the 6th grade, which really explains a lot of what we've seen so far. Ultimately, despite constantly talking about how much his baby mama is the only thing that matters to him, and how he's not interested in any other women in the interview, his new family man act was pretty short-lived. On the 20th of August, a TikToker by the name of Poncho Does It Better made a post regarding serious allegations surrounding Josiah.
So this is where DK reaches out to the girl. The white toe is doing it for me. Vids of them need the vids right now. And then the girl said, just to prove his baby mama wasn't lying, he was desperate for those damn pata pics. Sheesh Louise. And then right here she sent the screen recording so you guys know it's legit. Clicks on the profile. There you go. And then I asked if there was more. She said, I don't. This guy just reacted to my story out of nowhere. I didn't even know who he was at the time. I'm 61 backwards, by the way. He likes brr.
On their own, these look pretty bad. To go out of your way to conceal your real age is one thing, but to go around online telling girls that their white toes are doing it for you without asking their age, I mean, that is another level. But it actually gets worse.
And then this other quinceañera reached out to me, and DK had told that girl that he was 71 backwards.
So here's another message of DK lying about his age. The girl told him that she's a quinceañera, and then he said, oh, all right, I'm a 71 backwards. And then she says, oh, I thought you were like 19 or something, but what you doing today? So the girl who sent me those screenshots was allegedly his ex, but I can agree, DK is a brr because I'm a freshman. DK told me he was 71 backwards and was fine to be with me, but we never became public about our relationship online because he didn't want to. I also have messages to prove that we were together in the past.
Lying about his age to pretend to be a minor. Classic groomer predator move. So far, there's 2 different minors who provided evidence of Josiah sending them DMs, and although it is damning enough, it can't hold a candle to an interview Poncho got with Josiah's actual ex.
So let me just do an introduction to you for everybody here that's kind of new. Everybody, this is DK, Mr. Confuzzle's ex.
Hey guys, I literally asked him how old he was, and he was like, go look at my famous birthday. So I did, and then it said 20. I was like, you're 20. Oh, I was like, oh, I'm 16. He was like, okay, that doesn't matter. As long as we don't tell anybody, you're gonna be an adult anyway. So I think that's what he said.
So in other words, he pre-ordered you.
The new home, the first day of school, the big list that just might pay.
He pre-ordered you. That is crazy, mud. That is crazy. In other words, he pre-ordered you. And I would have jumped through that screen and beat him up. I would.
If it wasn't clear here, instead of just saying his age, Josiah told her to look at his famous birthdays page, which has the wrong year. In reality, he was 3 years older, and the situation immediately got worse.
So you started dating him, whatever the case is, and then when did it start turning ugly? Like, how did you guys?
Who that?
He's scanning the floor.
He left some. He's downstairs.
You're the one that allegedly was pregnant by him?
Yes, actually.
So you were embarazada by him?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if you don't mind me asking, let's get serious here. If you don't mind me asking, what ended up happening?
How do I put it? He's psycho. He's a midget that's psycho. He beats not only on females, he beats on his grandparents actually too. his grandma.
The abuelito?
Yeah, those charges, he says, oh, look at my charges. 2 of those charges are from his grandma and his grandpa for stabbing them. Okay? Yeah, y'all know.
For stabbing him? And you smiling and laughing, giggling. No, you crazy too,
Remember
bruh.
those charges the lawyer was looking at earlier? Those same charges that he flaunts all the time to prove he's a real criminal? Well, they actually come from this guy trying to slime both of his grandparents out with a butter knife. Who in their right mind is going life or death with geriatrics? Apparently, copying Murder Ricky was not enough for Josiah, so he went for more of a Jake Paul approach to being an influencer. Once he had cleared out the geriatric division, he moved up to fighting a much more threatening opponent, his girlfriends.
Is that why he has the ankle monitor? Is that for that reason, or is there another reason?
That's actually a reason. That's another reason. It's because that's also one of the reasons. But he, his ex-girlfriend, the one that's on his Twitter, something. She had kicked him out one day, and he went outside. I don't even believe it's true. He went outside. He thought this girl was her, but he just said he got kicked out by her. He thought it was her. And then he was trying to talk to her, and then she was like something with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend came out of nowhere with the bat, and D King pulled out a knife and stabbed the guy in the school. And that black guy wasn't because he got in a fire or anything. It's because he got hit with a metal bat in the back of the head.
Damn. Wait, so I have to. Well, I'll ask this at the end, but okay. So then he was abusive to you allegedly on this account?
Yes. It got bad. It got bad, but it wasn't like, oh, I was letting him beat me. I was also, you know, being defensive.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna let no man beat me.
Yeah.
But yes, it got to the point where we got in this one big argument, and he got mad. He actually broke my pink phone. The pink phone that his whole audio thingy, he broke that. 2, he because he got caught cheating. And then 2, we got in this big argument. I literally pushed him not too hard. Like, bro, you're a midget. You can go flying. But I didn't push him that hard.
Yeah.
Turn around. I'm standing up by the couch, and he turns around. He looks at me, and then he literally slaps me.
I don't think that's not abuse, really. That's really self-defense. Is it not? That's self-defense, bro. I want that shit.
So hard.
That's self-defense, bro.
He starts laughing. And
like we're talking about.
Niggas start laughing with it too. Watch out. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. Yo. Come. What? You on that too? Professionally for her. Intentionally for her. Look. Oh! Touch nothing. Nothing. Well, if you take anything back here,
Oh, not with the N1.
Miami has gone 2-2 from outside so far in the fourth.
That works. Back.
And
like we're talking about.
Yes, like one of those competitive slaps.
Okay.
And he laughs.
He's a midget. So I guess it didn't hurt, right?
He's like, ha ha, like you're funny, like I can do it again, I wish I did it even harder. So from there, he was like, don't make me slap you. Like anytime we got into an altercation, he was like, don't make me slap you how I did last time. So that's why he has those bruises on his, I don't know if he showed you on the live, because I know I saw that he showed it on the live. But he has bruises on his chest from me, from him choking. Y'all, he's put me in a headlock, broke 3 or 4 times. To the point I couldn't breathe, and I told him to let go. And he was like, are you done yet? I was like, I'm done. Because he didn't want me to get his phone. That's why he did it.
As bad as dropping a Boss Rutan palm strike on your pregnant girl is, putting her in multiple headlocks is an absolute violation. Listen, I understand Stockholm Syndrome and trauma bonding as a concept, but how do you stay with a 5'1" gremlin who regularly goes Goldberg on you? Keep in mind, this girl he was reenacting Monday Night Raw with is the same girl he was crying over on stream so that his fans would make sad edits of it on TikTok. I don't think it gets any more pathetic than that. After telling her story with Josiah, she concludes it on how they broke up, which is that after an argument, he went to sleep downstairs. When she went downstairs, she found him asleep on the phone with a girl, and after going through his phone, she found he was regularly in contact with dozens of other girls, many of whom were minors, and kept hundreds of pictures and videos of all sorts of inappropriate things. However, she also confirms that his main interest with all of the girls he was in contact with was, as she puts it, pata pics. That one screenshotted DM about toes was not a one-off. It was his go-to. He tried to score those off every girl he spoke to, including his own girlfriend's sister.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I was with him, I get that. But then I found out he was talking to my own sister, falling asleep on the phone with my own sister, my stepsister. That's 15. Just turned 15, y'all. Okay. Yeah, no, you got me fucked up. We're not doing that.
With those allegations out of the way, she then goes on to confirm a few other things about him. For starters, as many people already speculated, he wasn't Salvadorian, and he used a makeup kit coloring pencil to paint his eyebrows and mustache on every single day. Lastly, it turns out that his grandma paid for his legal costs and let him use her car, which means he probably didn't have any of the money he pretended to have on TikTok. His criminal record, his gang membership, his relationships, his money, his age, his height, even his mustache and eyebrows. Literally everything about this guy was not real. After a decent amount of investigation and talking to the girls that had been targeted by Josiah, Poncho decided to confront him directly on a stream. In his defense, Josiah claimed that the girl Poncho spoke to had lied about her age, and then proceeded to show 3-week-old DMs between them where the downward arrow was clearly visible. Yet, he acted like those were their last communications. To make himself look even more stupid, after acting like conversations from 3 weeks before were recent, he went on to show DMs that were even older from late July, as if they were exchanges that happened later. In both of these screenshots, you can literally see the date on them, so I don't know what the point of him even trying was. When Poncho started bringing up all the teenage girls Josiah was asking for toe pics, there wasn't really any defense or response. He just alternated between claiming the screenshots were fake or saying that the girls had lied about their age. Perhaps the saddest and darkest part of this entire stream was when Josiah's current girlfriend showed up, saying that Josiah never hit her and that in actuality she fell. Listen, I'm not making any accusations here, but that sounds very dubious. Ultimately, Josiah was on thin ice, and it started affecting his online presence outside of Poncho's audience, as the next time he showed up on Lalo's stream, the mood had completely changed. Not only was the chat getting flooded with people calling him things like Pedo Kane and P. Diddy Kane, but Lalo himself also decided to call out Josiah.
All of that, you know, we did our research and went around town, went around real quick.
I've been showed my paperwork.
It spread like the coronavirus.
I've been showed my paperwork.
First thing I'm gonna talk about, how are you with a 16-year-old girl?
I'm not. What the heck? She's 20.
20. Can we see like some ID or something? Prove that?
When she comes upstairs.
No. Call her right now. Call her right now. Hey, that girl don't want to be on camera no more for a reason. Okay, that's the first thing I gotta... Listen.
He was just on camera.
Listen, that's the first thing I gotta say. You're with a 16-year-old girl and you're 23, okay? Second thing I gotta say, how are you gonna run up on your own grandparents and hit them up with a knife? How you gonna do that?
You want me to call them right now?
I mean, you can call them. Everything's changed now, probably. But I'm just saying, how you gonna run up on your own grandparents? No wonder you got assault charges.
Discover ReadWorks, an innovative nonprofit delivering 100% free
research. He's actually cooked.
You bought me fries?
You? Huh? I heard you say, you bought me fries?
In a lot of ways, despite the traction he got with his TikTok posts, Lalo was Josiah's entry into this larger community, and by the looks of it, that bridge had been completely burned. Left trying to pick up the pieces of his already demolished reputation, 1 month later, a second ex-girlfriend interview hit the towers. As a matter of fact, it was the same girl who was arguing with Poncho during his stream with Josiah, and said she didn't get hit, but just fell. While she was still clearly trying to downplay the more egregious aspects of his behavior, she wasn't being successful. The first red flag to show up is her description of him suddenly hiding his phone from her, despite both of them having access to each other's phones up until that point. Of course, this made her suspicious, so when she managed to go through it, he apparently had amassed the contacts of over 900 girls on his phone. She also confirmed the allegations regarding Josiah's Pata preference, but said she wasn't aware of any minors he was in contact with outside of his ex. Lastly, she reiterated the same claims about his fake mustache and eyebrows, not only to Poncho, but also to Lalo.
I got another good question that a lot of people would love to know. Does he paint his eyebrows and his mustache?
Yes, he was wild, wet and wild. Not even on his body. Not even Sephora brand. I tried to put him on. I'm like, can you use Sephora? Or like, I have a better brand for you that won't smear, because that shit would get on me.
So far, her testimony was matching the other girl's claims to a T, but it differed as to how their relationship ended. As he started signaling that he didn't want to be together anymore, doing things like going to the club all the time by himself, she decided to get the jump on it and end the relationship. But this wasn't exactly tolerated by Josiah.
So then I just grabbed my stuff, and then let's just say I wasn't able to leave. Grandparents didn't allow me to leave either. And cops were involved. And it got bad. And yeah, it's just, I don't want to talk about it. It got kind of like, it just got bad. That's kind of what sparked the argument too, because like, I had a vape, like, you know, a pen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he didn't like that I would, he wouldn't let me like smoke or anything.
Initially, she clams up on the topic of their breakup. She doesn't really want to talk about it, but slowly she circles back around to clarify some stuff.
He was like, so after I told him I want to be done, he was like, okay, give me my stuff back. But give me my back. And I was like, okay, like, I was like, no. So he was like, okay, so he took my phone. So then I'm like, all right. So then I grabbed the...
Why you always crying, bro? What the difference? Cause you're fucking out, bro. Yo.
And I put it around me, and I put my keys in there, and I was like, all right, as long as I have my keys, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I go to the closet and just start kind of packing my stuff. And then he comes behind me, and then just like grabs me a little bit or whatever, and then I'm just trying to get out. And then I call for the grandparents' help. And they come, but they're like telling him like to chill out, but then he tells them that he's not trying to let me leave, and they're like, we'll give him the stuff back and then we'll let you leave. So I got mad and I'm like, what? Like,
Wait, but it was a gift though, right, for you?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
besides the pettiness of trying to take a gift back, she also mentions that the promise ring Josiah got her was partially paid for by her own mom, meaning it wasn't really Josiah's to take back. To further bolster this story, she showed the police report to prove that the cops had really come, and provided a video of her halfway out of his window, asking for people outside to call the cops for her, because Josiah had her phone and didn't want to give it back.
So yes, I look embarrassing and I have to sit on the windowsill because he's not letting me leave. And his grandparents aren't here. You tell them how you just laid your hands on me right there.
I did. Show me the bruises.
My fucking back is on.
But if you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them? If you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera? Because your legs look fine. Your legs look fine.
You didn't grab my legs, but you grabbed me by my arm.
Oh, so if you have bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera?
I would, but I'm not taking off my jacket because I have a bra on. I have a bra on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Instead of recording me, you could call the cops and we can get this settled.
I'm not going to. I'll get the cops.
Somebody call the cops!
Alright, yeah, don't be yelling like that.
Somebody call the cops! Somebody call the cops!
It was 20 years in the making, but I did it.
She's
Purdue
spamming
Global makes it to where you can achieve it. If I...
Somebody cut.
After the cops got there, she managed to leave, and later on, she found out Josiah was back with his previous partner. Yes, the one who was 17. Despite having his name dragged through the mud and being relegated to a joke, Josiah didn't suffer any legal consequences for his actions. A month later, he did an interview where he talked about getting into an altercation with someone at the club and how he was backed up by his friends, I guess trying to rekindle his image as a tough guy. Later on in the year, however, this once again fell apart, as video evidence came out of him getting into a fist fight with girls and losing, getting his lip all busted in the process. The year of 2024 ended about as poorly as possible for Josiah, who had lost most of the momentum he had built up until June, but the worst was yet to come. Just 2 weeks into 2025, local newspapers reported on an incident in which Josiah was at a restaurant with another minor TikTok influencer by the name of Ash Trevino, when an unknown woman approached them and began arguing with Ash. The argument quickly escalated, the cops were called, and when they arrived, they found Josiah with an illegal firearm. The police report on the incident provided plenty of context, establishing that a group of 12 to 15 individuals had gone to the restaurant, allegedly with the intent to dine and dash due to a TikTok trend. The first conflict was actually between a waiter and a mutual acquaintance of Ash and Josiah by the name of Marco. When the waiter informed them that their food wouldn't be served because of their suspicions, Marco became aggressive and threatened to pull out a gun, at which point the waiter left. When the restaurant staff returned, the group was already gone, opting to go to a Rainforest Cafe instead. Unfortunately for them, the police had already been informed of the altercation and followed them to the Rainforest Cafe, expecting to find at least one person with a firearm. When they got there, they began asking all of the parties present if they had firearms on them, and it turned out that multiple of them did. They were all detained, with Marco being charged with unlawful carry under the age of 21 and terrorist threats. Meanwhile, Josiah's girlfriend, Desiree, claimed that the gun she was found in possession of actually belonged to Josiah. This led to him being charged with illegal possession of a modified firearm on top of violating his bond. However complete the report is insofar as how this situation went down, many of the details are filled in by people who were watching their streams leading up to the arrest. According to Reddit users, Desiree was waving the gun around in public, apparently in response to a local DJ who said he would pay. Desiree was waving the gun around in public, apparently in response to the arrest. According to Reddit users, Desiree was waving the gun around in public, apparently.
So she was I don't know who Desiree is. I think I'm not listening. I'm not really paying attention to. I was. It's those off. I'm pretty sure that's the girl who just snitched on him. But if she waving a gun, she have the gun in her hands too. Don't she get a charge too, bro? So, bro, what's going on? What kind of road this is, bro?
In response to a local DJ who said he would pay bail to anyone that attacked Ash Trevino. From this information, it's possible that they knew and maybe even expected an altercation to happen, but thankfully the cops intervened before anything more serious could go down. In a call from jail, Josiah seemed pretty unconcerned and confident he would be out soon, but despite this being likely, his charges and his bond conditions were piling up, which didn't look good at all. Perhaps signaling that he didn't have enough money at his disposal to deal with his situation, an attorney eventually reviewed his case, only to find out he had a public defender.
Appointed attorney requested. All that money you made on TikTok, and in the end, we're paying for it. You know, hey, I got all this money and this, that, the other, and blah, 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 blah. Bro has a public defender.
But probably the most depressing aspect of all of this is that Desiree, Josiah's girlfriend, genuinely seemed like she got roped into it by him. In a Facebook post, her stepmother came out to say, "I am D. Kane's girlfriend's stepmother. My husband and I are upset about this whole situation. We even tried to warn her and tell her to stay away from him, but she is an adult and there wasn't much else we could do." The night this all happened, she texted my husband and told us what was going on. Next thing we knew, she wasn't responding and we knew that she had been arrested. She then called us from jail and told us that D. Kane or his people were going to bond her out. No one reached out to me, and that stupid grown woman Ash that is in her 30s should be taking care of her own kids instead of hanging out with a bunch of kids. Owned! We are currently posting her bond, so she will be out soon. And for those weirdos and trolls that don't believe me and think I would make up such embarrassing things, I will leave proof as well. She was innocent in the whole thing and was just hanging around people that obviously didn't care about her. D. Kane always tried to control her, and I did add a video for proof as well. This is a nightmare for us, and I ask that you please put yourself in our place instead of judging. This is the video attached.
You do me a favor?
What?
Store this charger. Alright, give me your phone too.
Why?
Cause I said. Don't ask me no why. Go. Go.
This kind of behavior gets particularly concerning when, in videos she posted to her TikTok, she says, "My kid is about to turn 17," and later on refers to her as literally a child. Clearly, this contradicts her saying that she's an adult earlier, but given Josiah has a proven preference for girls in that age range, it's not impossible. Besides publicly speaking about the arrest and subsequent legal proceedings, her stepmother also made a GoFundMe page for Desiree, with the description reading, "While she made some mistakes, the situation has escalated unfairly, resulting in her being charged with a third-degree felony." Fortunately for them, it seems Josiah faced the charges, although, like he had predicted, he was out just a little time later, bragging about what had happened. These people just don't learn at all. Of course, to no one's surprise, within a month or so of being released, he was recorded having his car stopped and searched. But it seemed like Josiah's media career still wasn't over, because a few weeks later, he appeared in a kind of Jubilee ripoff video called 20 Women versus 1 Edgar, where he basically did speed dating with 20 women. I don't know if I find it disturbing that people like Josiah still manage to work their way into content despite all the things they've done, or if this is some kind of poetic justice, because all this guy can still engage with is the trashiest, most pathetic kind of content imaginable. It's hard to say, but it's possible that this Jubilee copy video was recorded before whatever happened in that video of Josiah getting his car searched, as once again, he stopped posting to TikTok and only came back in June, doing whatever this is. It looks like the time he did in jail really changed him, or at least it really suited his needs. To make matters even more concerning, in June, he posted pictures of himself with his new girl, claiming she was pregnant and he would be a family man now. The comments on his post told a very different story, as girls were still claiming that he was in their DMs asking for feet pics to this day. Old habits die hard, I guess. And on that note, his habits soon got him arrested again, but this time for charges that were much more serious. Remember all of those claims from ex-girlfriends saying he spoke to minors and collected images and videos he got from them? Well, at around 3 p.m. on the 17th of July, he was arrested and charged with the second-degree felony of possession with intent to promote illegal material involving children. There's no understating how cooked this guy is. On its own, him having faked gang membership is enough to get the kind of treatment you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy when he goes to jail. But as if that wasn't bad enough, he's a 5'1" sparkly guy going to jail with charges for having illegal material involving minors. I can't even bring myself to imagine what kind of thing is going down in the Bexar County Jail, but frankly, it does remind me of the original Booty Bandit himself.
I seen somebody fought. A lot of times, fought get your butt took. People don't know it. When you fought, you know how people do it out here on the street trying to get some laugh stuff. Fought real laugh, do it in prison. I'm telling you what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, as soon as you fought, somebody gonna holler, oh, speak to me, old toothless one. Y'all hear that? They gonna say, man, that was loose.
What is he saying, bro?
That was loose. That's juicy. That's like, well, whoever did that is juicy. Whoever did that is juicy.
At that point, I think I'd rather just get slimed out. Now, it's been a couple months since Josiah has been put in jail.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, what you say?
And given he was already facing a few charges before this happened, it's possible he won't be seeing daylight as a free man anytime soon. It seems that no matter what the platform or the year is, there's always a guy like D. Kane making.
I'm gonna be back, Chunk. Oh, shit, I know he didn't push me. All right, chat.
content that's blatantly meant to lure in minors, and they always end up getting repeatedly tangled up in this kind of situation. Fortunately, at least in this case, it was dealt with legally, and as far as we can see, the problem has been put to rest permanently. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until—
Stop. What is this, bro? Bro, these videos mad long, bro. I'm gonna end stream right here, bro. I'm tired as hell, bro. I might pick up stream later. I might like start the stream later. That's what I meant. Let me see. Fuck. I'm stupid.